Hello, grade 2. I hope everything is okay. And let's start in lesson 9. And its title is How Chipmunk Got His Stripes. What do you think? How Chipmunk got his stripes? This is what we will see in this folk tale. So, a folk tale means a kind of traditional tale. All the people in the same country know this tale, so it's called folk tale. Now, what can you see here? A large bear. This bear was walking in the woods and he began to brag. Brag means to feel proud about himself. He was keeping to say, I'm a bear. I'm the biggest of all animals. Yes, I am. I'm a bear. I'm the strongest of all animals. Yes, I am. I'm a bear. I'm the loudest of all animals. Yes, I am. I'm a bear. I'm a bear. I can do anything. But what can you think, kids? Can anyone do everything? Of course, no. Not everyone can do anything. So that's what we're gonna see in details in this story. As soon as Bear said those words, a little voice spoke up from the ground. So this squirrel was too little in the ground, and it began to speak to the bear, and he said, Can you really do anything? Bear looked down, and he saw a little brown squirrel standing on his hind legs. Can you really do anything? The brown squirrel asked again, and the bear stood up very tall. I'm a bear. I can do anything. Yes, I can. So he asked him a so smart question and said, Can you tell the sun not to rise tomorrow morning? The brown squirrel asked. I have never tried that before, but I'm a bear. I can do that. Yes, I can. So the bear kept repeating, Yes, I can do it. But what do you think? Can anyone make the sun not to come up or rise? Let's see. Bear turned west to face the sun. It was the time when the sun always goes down, and the bear stood up to his full height and spoke in a loud voice. Sun, don't come up tomorrow. At his word, the sun began to disappear behind the hills. You see, Bear said, Sun is afraid of me. He is running away. But will the sun come up tomorrow? Brown Squirrel asked. No, Bear answered. The sun will not come up. So here we're having the bear. He's feeling confident that the sun will not come up because it's afraid of him. Then the bird turned face east, the direction where the sun always used to come up, and he sat down. Little brown squirrel sat down beside him. All that night they didn't sleep. All that night Bear kept saying words, the sun will not come up, the sun will not come up. So he was feeling worried that the sun may come up. So he was keeping repeating that the sun will not come up. And what about the squirrel? The squirrel was sure that the sun will rise, so he was repeating, the sun is going to rise, the sun is going to rise, the sun is going to rise. So they were having just like an argument and they were talking together that the sun will rise or the sun will not rise. They are arguing together. All through the night, they sat there, one by one, other animals gathered around them. Fox and wolf, deer and moose, rats and rabbits, mice, all of the animals began to gather. And they wanted to see who would be right, bear or brown squirrel. What do you think, kids? Who would be right? Okay, we still don't know. So let's see. The sun will not come up. Who was saying that? The bear. The sun is going to rise. Who is saying that? The squirrel. So they were like repeating those words all night long. Finally, it was just before dawn, the time when the sun always used to come up. Look, said the turtle, a little bit of red starting to show. Yes, said the owl. I believe the sun will rise today. Bernard chanted louder. The sun will not come up. The sun will not come up. He is still feeling confident that the sun will not come up. But right next to him, little brown squirrel piped up, the sun is going to rise because he was sure about that. And the sun came up. The birds sang their welcoming songs, and the bright light of the new day spread over the land. Everyone was happy except for one animal. That animal was, yes, the bear. He sat there with his head down and a grumpy look on his face. Look at this bear. He is so angry. The happiest animal of all was, of course, the brown squirrel. The sun came up. He chirped. And the sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up. So he was so happy that the sun finally came up and he was right. But the brown squirrel forgot what his wise old grandmother had told him when he was very young. So she was always repeating for him, please, squirrel, whenever you're right, it's okay, it's good to be right. But whenever you're right, don't tease others. And he forgot that and he began to tease this brown or this black bear. Brown squirrel, his grandmother said, it's good to be right about something, but when someone else is wrong, it's not a good idea to tease him. Now little brown squirrel began to tease the bear by saying, bear is foolish, the sun came up, bear is silly, the sun came up, bear is stupid, the sun, and he stopped. What do you think what happened? Bear's big paw came down on the little brown squirrel and pinning him to the ground. Bear leaned over and opened his huge mouth. Yes, Bear growled. The sun did come up, yes. I do look foolish, but you will not live to see another sunrise. You will not ever tease anyone else again, because I'm a bear. I'm going to eat you. So the brown squirrel thought fast. He was so smart, but he was teasing him all the time. So he began to think again. You're right to eat me, he said. I was wrong to tease you. I would like to say I'm sorry before you eat me, but you're pressing down on me so hard that I cannot say anything. I cannot say anything at all. I cannot even breathe. If you would lift up your paw just a little bit, then I can take a deep breath and apologize before you eat me. Look at this smart squirrel. He is begging the bird to get his paws out of him just to say sorry. But what do you think? He will say sorry and apologize, or would he run? Of course, the squirrel will run away as fast as he can. That's a good idea, the bird said. I would like to hear you apologize before I eat you. So Bear lifted up his paw but instead of apologizing, the brown squirrel ran to his grandmother. And he ran so quickly to the tunnel. Tunnel is a hole that's digged underground by the squirrels to live inside, especially in winter, because you know the squirrels are spending all winter hiding until the spring comes again. So this grandmother was repeating, hurry, hurry, little squirrel, hurry, come quickly. Little brown squirrel dove for the door to his home, but Bear was faster than he could. He grabbed for little brown squirrel and his big paw. Bear's long, sharp claws scratched brown squirrel's back from the top of his head to the tip of his tail. Look at this brown squirrel. It's hurt right now. So this is how the squirrel got its stripes. But the brown squirrel got away deep down in the burrow, and where the bear couldn't get him, brown squirrel curled up next to the grandmother and slept all winter while those scratches on his back healed. When spring came again, little brown squirrel came out of his hole and looked at himself. There were long, pale stripes of all way down his back where bear had scratched him. So those stripes are still on his back. That's how Chipmunk got his stripes, and ever since then Chipmunk has the first animal to get up every morning as the sun rises. He scoots to the top of the tallest tree to sing his song. The sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up. And ever since the bear has been the last animal to get up, he doesn't like to hear Chipmunk's song. It reminds him, as it reminds us all, that no one, not even a bear, can do everything. So this is the end of our story, and we learned that not anyone, not even a bear, can do everything in the world. All of us can do something, and something else we can't do, like to make the sun come up, for example, or to manage something that's out of our hands, like the weather and something like that. Some of us also can draw, and other can play football, and others can swim. So not all of us can do everything. And here let us start in the vocabularies in context. And the first word is a tunnel. Tunnel means a dig under the ground, or a hole underground, or a passage underground. So a chipmunk knows how to dig a tunnel, which is a passage underground. Curled. This fox is curled up around its warm, bushy tail. Look at this fox. It's curled around itself. Curled means to be round, round shape. Height. An eagle builds its nest at an amazing height. Height means length or tall. So it's at the top of a tall tree. Height means the top also. Direction. An owl can turn its head in any direction. It can look all around. Toward. These bear cubs can run toward their mother so she can protect them. Healed. This pangolin will go back to the forest when it's well or healed. Healed means to get on well. Brag means to feel proud about something. So these antlers are something to brag about. They are huge. Tease. Never tease or bother wild animals. Always respect them. Tease makes someone to make someone angry. And thank you for good listening, and see you in the grammar and writing video. Bye for now.